Good day, hero of Mournhold and Dishan. I hate to interrupt your victory, but I'm here to request your assistance. Dark times befall Shadowfen. Dark times indeed. Murders and disappearances in Stormhold, and the Vice Cannons can't find a culprit. The Vice Cannons need an outside party to help due to certain political complications. Vice Cannon Hronda expects me to send help. Head south from here. Once you run out of good dry land, go a bit further and you'll hit Stormhold. Locate Vice Cannon Hronda there. He'll direct you. I could tell you where to find the only decent meal in town, but that's probably not what you mean. What do you want to know? War heroes from the Akaviri War. Strong leaders, honorable to the last. A good thing, too, since Shadowfen's troubled by its past. My people kept Argonian slaves within living memory, and that's not a wound to quickly heal. Not much, sadly. It's mostly Argonians missing. Some think slavers are to blame. If that's true, the Pact may not survive such discord. It's a Dunmer city, built on an Argonian village, built on an Ayleid ruin. Confused, like much of Shadowfen? Consider it a last bastion of civilization before Black Marsh. Everything south of Stormhold is lizards and mud.
Oh, what have I done? If I've said it once, I've said it 1,000 times. No more drinking. My head's splitting. My mouth feels like a cagoody nested in it, and I'm in serious trouble. I don't suppose you'd care to help out a down-on-her-luck chef, would you? Go back in time and cut out my tongue. No, then I wouldn't be able to taste my wonderful cooking. Last night I made a terrible bet with a hunter friend of mine, Vinaza. I told him cooking was art and hunting was peasants' work. He took offense. I boasted I'd hunt Shadowfen, collecting ingredients from exotic animals. An aelit's heart, a caguti's ribs, eggs of a giant wasp, and delicious mud crab claw meat. I'd meet him in Hismir and prepare a feast to prove it. But I can't hunt. That's one of the problems. I know you can find these beasts all over Shadowfen, but I don't know where. And I'd get killed if I went roaming around the swamps. You'll have to ask Vinaza, but don't let him know I sent you. Just appeal to his vanity. The old lizard's pride got me into this. I don't see why it shouldn't get me out too. He's probably just outside the city hunting. That's what he does all the time. Thinks he's the greatest gamesman in Shadowfen. Don't ask. What I have to do if I lose, it doesn't bear thinking upon. Just know that if I lose this bet, I'll have to stay drunk for the rest of my life to live down the shame.
Bad things come to those who break the law.
Our banners represent the blood of members such as you. You strengthen us with your every effort.
You're a new face in Stormhold. As Vice Canon tasked with today's duties of audience, it is my solemn duty to warn you of the killer loose in our fine city. Be on your way, travel in pairs, etc. Did he mention the finder's fee he receives for sending you into the swamp? Of course not. Since he didn't, I'll provide you with his fee directly. Hand it to him the next time you see him, or use it for a pair of watertight boots. 3 murders, and Stormhold's about to boil over like my father's fish kettle. The Dark Elves blame the Argonians they owned before the Pact outlawed slavery. I miss the days of kicking arse. Now I'm expected to kiss them. That's not a question I've heard from a stranger. Fancy yourself a bloodhound, do you? I'd never doubt Stormhold's guards in a siege, but we've seen no progress with these murders. We'll gladly pay a bounty if you find the killer. Here's a list of the victims' families. Find out what they know about their murdered kin. I'm almost glad the guard never got around to it. As my son says, mammoths can't dance. You'll likely find Dendris Indolor at home. Gethys Omabar works at the smithy. As for Tyrell Alor, try the Mages Guild. Hold your nose when talking to that one. A while back, Argonians and Stormhold were slaves to the local Dark Elves. The 2 other Vice Canons work to mend the bad blood, but it's slow to get anything done when nobody trusts the Guard. Recently, some Argonians went missing. We heard a nasty rumor about Dark Elf slavers in the city. False, of course. Then the bodies showed up. All Dark Elves. The new rumor says Shadow Scales are targeting Dunmer. Nearly started a riot. They're a pain in the fundament. An armed group of Argonians lurking in the swamps, killing enemies of their people. If you want to twist the Dark Elf's ears anymore, you may as well burn an effigy of Almalexia.
Excuse my silence. I've as much on my mind as a hatchling looking for supper.
I was sad to hear about the troubles in Silent Mire. Pirates, kidnapping. Is no place safe anymore?
The only thing I truly...
On your way, stranger. I have no patience for small talk. About time the vice cannons do their jobs. Ireland's body lies captive in the mortuary. I can't even see him, let alone bury him. Why all these ridiculous delays? Dumark, take this accursed town! Shadow Scales, who else? He spoke out against the Argonians, and rightly so. He was targeted for having the courage to say what we all think about them. I'm no bigot, but if you ask me, the world would be a better place without those scaly fetchers.
If you want to work on your technique, you can't be afraid to get burned. Come closer and I will show you.
Just checking. Doing my duty.
Look at them, prancing. Well, you're a blue reed in Yellow Pete. From out of town, yes? Yes. You're in luck, Blue Reed. Gold runs dry on long journeys. But I've got just the thing to moisten your purse. Mercenaries roil Stormhold's waters for no good reason. They move amongst my people, swaggering and taking what they will. Strange they never bother the Dark Elves, yes. None here lift a claw to stop them. But you aren't from here, and I have gold. Encourage them to leave, Blue Reed. How you do it is your concern. Then I fill your purse, yes. Perhaps you should pretend to consider a purchase. Or perhaps you should consider a purchase, hmm? Such prices, unheard of in all of Stormhold. The mercenaries only make things worse with the Dark Elves. Better if Stormhold is one happy family. And if you plan to start a family, might I suggest a vial of powdered Kaguti horn for heightened potency? No? Your loss.
Criminals should beware.
Pardon my tears. I recently lost my wife and... I'm sorry. Can I help you? Ironi and I always believed in the Pact. We came here to build a better life with Argonians and Nords alike. Some of my people blamed the Shadow Scales. But what would they gain from her death? We treat everyone the same. It makes no sense. Thank the gods! She's in the mortuary, which they keep locked. But Ironi made those locks, so I have the master key. Here, Take it, please. Find out who did this. Don't allow it to become a symbol against the Pact.
I'll be at this a while.
Hail.
Sane sent you, didn't she? Of course she did. Can't let me mourn my brother in peace and quiet when she can send someone to check on me every half hour. Finally looking into my brother's death, eh? I get it. I'm sure you and your vice cannon pals had better things to do than your jobs. Naldin wasn't the brightest star in the sky, but he didn't deserve this. Most of Stormhold, Naldin ran up a lot of debts. He also picked a lot of fights with the lizard skins. If the Shadow Scales didn't get him, it's because someone else moved faster.
This guar gives its life so we may have meat. Now I give you my time. Why? Oh? Do the winds speak my name? Or the birds? Or is there perhaps someone else who told you to speak with me? My adroitnosity is known throughout the fen, of course, but it whispers only to its creatures, and me, of course. Everyone? The Metropolinia hum with tales of my vergoritude. Well, who am I to deny them? Go ahead, ask your questions. The Fens speak to me readily about their bountinosity of beasts. Please, ask me about any of these and I will stipendify you with my knowledge. But know that most beasts of the Fens can be found anywhere, if you are wise enough to find them. Interesting, but deadly insects. They can be found singly or in swarms. Beware the Wasp Queen. She has a mighty sting, and is often protected by her lesser drones. Wasps dwell mostly in the venomous fens, the southernmost region of Shadowfen. Mudcrabs live all over the world, but the sweetest of the hard-backed beasts live here, in reticulated spine. The foul-tempered creatures can be found all along the northern region of Shadowfen. Larger and more deadly predators than the Kaguti, Aelid hunt the venomous fens along the southern edge of Shadowfen. Be careful. These beasts carry a disease called ataxia. You'll find yourself staggering and weak if you let them bite you. They are two-legged predators, more aggressive than guar, and similar in some way to aelets. They eat anything they can fit in their large mouths. To hunt them, search the central regions of Shadowfen in Leafwater.
Hello.
Message. Gethys Omabar sent me. It's about his wife, Ironi. Gethys saw Ironi alive. He watched her enter their home on the other side of Stormhold. He asked you to meet him there as soon as you can.
Yeah.
Hello there.
Praise Vivek. Halva found you. Whatever's in my home, it isn't my wife. Ironi. My Ironi. She's gone. I know that. But when I saw her enter our home, I had to find out how she'd returned. That's when she stabbed me. If that Argonian hadn't leapt between us, she'd have finished me off. I don't know. But he tried to save my life. They were still fighting when I crawled out the door. They both moved so fast. Please, help him remove that imposter from my home. Don't worry about me. I'll soon see my true Ironi.
Vice Canon Hrondar is indisposed. He informed me you've been assisting us in our recent troubles. Are you any closer to discovering the killer? Then we can concentrate our efforts elsewhere. Many will blame the Shadow Scales regardless, but our concerns are greater now than scapegoats. I fear the true culprit struck again, though I pray I'm incorrect. When I said Vice Canon Hrondar was indisposed, I spoke half the truth. He's missing, and I fear it's the work of our killer. This is why Vice Canon Servina and I request your utmost discretion in recovering Vice Canon Hrondar to us. Listens to water as one of our little fish, our eyes and ears. He signals when he possesses urgent information for the Vice Canons. A short while ago, we received his signal. Be swift and silent as currents in a stream. Speak with Listens to Water on our behalf. Look for the mud huts. Don't ask for him by name, or he'll think you a debt collector. Remain discreet. If Listens to Water found the scent of Vice Canon Hrondar, follow it until its end.
Greetings.
Want to see my knife? Then keep talking. I don't bully innocent folk. Not for the pittance I'm paid. But you're right. This isn't what I signed up for.
Have we met? No? Then walk the other way. Whoa, whoa! They just pay me to look tough. Think I'd be dumb enough to tangle with you? Besides, this place was getting on my nerves. I'll never scrub the smell out of my armor.
I do what I'm paid to do. We've got to earn a living. Are you serious? Well, you'll have to buy me out of my contract. Find someone else to bother. How are you going to do that from the bottom of the swamp?
Ah, first customer. You see what I've got. Buy if you want.
Only the swamp.
Ah, you're the one. Seems we need to have a chat about Doubts the Moon. Said he stirred up trouble with some mercs and had to leave town. Asked Duskscale to take over his shop permanently. Mentioned you too. Said he'd pay you extra for your silence. Said you were smart enough to take a hint.
take those.
Merry Dominion!
Circle around!
To the side!
Sure as bones it's good to see you. The Dominion right under our noses. Damned insidious. I have to warn Servina and Hetamin. Quick, untie me. Yes, but I've been here less than a day. Some of Stormhold's citizens were here longer, held in the alcoves nearby.
I owe you my life.
I thought I'd never escape.
Yeah!
I owe you my life.
Gods, it felt good to bury an axe in their throats. From the prisoners trickling out, I trust you enjoyed yourself as much as I. Did you free them all? I'd be better if the damned ruins beneath my feet weren't infested with Dominion. We've posted guards until reinforcements can wipe them clean. You kept this city from tearing itself apart. Stormhold's in your debt. If the Dominion sent a large force to infiltrate Stormhold, they must have a camp somewhere in Shadowfen. It's time we take the fight to them. Tenma Walk, a Daedric ruin southeast of here. It's big enough to harbor a substantial enemy force, and close enough to trouble Stormhold. Besides, my scouts report signs of activity within. I'll take a regiment to Tenma Walk. Don't want to take any chances. You freed me from the Dominion's clutches before those skin-stealing milk drinkers could kill me and wear my face. Of course I could use your help. Meet my regiment at Tenma Walk. Keep your blades sharp. I'll find a way to turn you loose on the Dominion.
Nice weaponry, but do you know how to use it?
Hail.
You made it! I wasn't sure if you would. I haven't had a drink in days, but if you've got the ingredients I need, it's time to celebrate. Give me the meat, quietly. Vinaza is here and he's suspicious. But if he doesn't see you pass me the ingredients, he'll have to admit I won the bet. Help? You saved me from a fate worse than death! What that Argonian had planned, well, you'll see. The claw's on the other foot now. Please, take this reward. It's not much, but you've earned it tenfold. All right, you lizard. Here's the meat I collected. Pay up.
Angway is a hunter of great skill. She always gets her quarry, and she always will. Though the humilitude.
Hail.